In this demonstration, I'll show you how to find the area of composite figures. This is part 2. Remember, a composite figure is an irregular 2D shape that is attached or combined to other 2D figures. The first question asks, Barry is planning to display a model car at his dealership on a triangular arrangement which is situated on a circle rotating platform. Calculate the shaded area of the circle to determine how much paint Barry will need to paint this section. So what we have is a circle, and inside a circle we have a triangle. What we'll have to do is find the area of the circle and then subtract it from the area of the triangle. And this will give us the shaded area. So let's start off with the area of a circle. The formula for the area of a circle is A, which represents area, times pi r squared, where r is the radius. To find the radius in our situation, we need to take the diameter and divide it by 2. This right here represents the diameter of the circle. And remember, the diameter is a straight line passing from side to side through the center body of the circle. So this right here, 16 represents our diameter, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. So I'm going to put an 8 into my formula. Pi times 8 to the power of 2 gives me, well, let's use our calculator, pi times 8 to the power of 2. Notice that I'm using pi. If your calculator has a pi symbol, use that instead of 3.14. And this gives me 64 pi, or on your calculator, you might get 201.06. Both are acceptable. I'm going to use 64 pi because I want to be super accurate. And notice that each of these numbers, 16, 10, and 8, all have this apostrophe. That apostrophe signifies feet. So here we have feet squared. The next thing that I'll do is find the area of the triangle. The formula for the area of a triangle is A is equal to base times height divided by 2. Luckily for us, the diagram gives us both the base and the height. The base of this triangle is 8 and the height is 10. So we have 8 times 10, which is 80, divided by 2, and that's 40 feet squared. Now all I have to do is subtract 64 pi from 40. Step number 3, 64 pi minus 40 gives me, using my calculator, subtracting that number from 40 gives me approximately 161.06. 161.06 feet squared. So the area of this shaded region is equal to 161.06. Let's move on to the next question. In question number 2, we're asked, Luke is planning to display another model car at his dealership, this time on a triangular arrangement which is situated on a rectangular platform. Calculate the shaded area of the rectangle to determine how much paint he will need for this section. What we have here is a rectangle, and inside we have 2 triangles. The triangles are the same dimension. So the first thing that we have to do is find the area of the rectangle, but unfortunately we're only told the width. To find the length, you'll notice that this triangle is 5 units long, and this triangle is 5 units long as well. So we have the area of a rectangle, which is length times the width. The length has to be 10, and the width, as shown, is 7. Multiplying these out, I end up with 70 centimeters squared. Now we're going to assume that this time this model is for a miniature version of the car, because obviously a car would not be in these dimensions. So just keep that in mind. The dimensions are not accurate as they were in question 1. The next thing that we will do is find the area of these 2 triangles. So I'm going to find the area of one, just multiply it by 2 because there are 2 identical triangles. So the area of this triangle that is outlined, the base of that triangle, remember we have base times height divided by 2. The base of that triangle has to be 7. I'm looking at this part, and the height is 5. So 7 times 5 divided by 2, and that gets me 35 divided by 2, which is 17 and a half. And I'm going to multiply this number by 2, and I end up with, again, 35. Now all I have to do is subtract, and this is step 3, the area of a rectangle, which is 70, from the area of the triangles, which happen to be 35, and our final answer is equal to 35 centimeters squared. So there you have it. To create this miniature model display at this dealership, Luke has to paint 35 centimeters squared, which can be done with a mini paintbrush. So there you have it. That is how to find the area of composite figures. If you found this tutorial helpful, please support our channel by subscribing or by liking this video. If you have any further questions, visit our website at studyforce.com. We're an online service for students seeking free homework help. See you soon.